Please welcome to the stage for a featured announcement, Senior Pastor of Saddleback Church and founder of the Daniel Plan, Dr. Rick Warren.
Hello, everybody. Before I make our announcement for this year, let me give you a little background. 10 years ago, Saddleback Church and our network of churches around the world launched an initiative called the Peace Plan, PEACE, which stands for Promote Reconciliation, Equip Ethical Leaders, Assist the Poor, Care for the Sick, Educate the Next Generation. And in that Peace Plan, we did it both locally and globally. Locally, we launched in Southern California a Peace Center, which has about 200 opportunities and ministries for the community, including free health care, and this last year the food pantry fed over 100,000 people. Globally, I sent out of my church 21,869 of my members to 196 countries to assist the poor, care for the sick, and educate the next generation. Most of what we've been doing in healthcare for the last 10 years had to do with communicable diseases, particularly HIV/AIDS and malaria. But a couple years ago, all of a sudden I had an experience that taught me the importance of dealing with obesity-related illnesses. And it's kind of a funny story. I was actually baptizing, and that day I was baptizing 850 people, and then we do it the old-fashioned way, put people underwater. And along about number 500, as I was baptizing that day, a thought went through my mind. It wasn't a very spiritual thought for a pastor, but it was, good night, we're all fat. And I thought, I was feeling the weight of the nation's obesity problem in a firsthand experience. My second thought was, but I'm fat, and I'm a terrible example of this. So the following Sunday, I got up and I said, you guys, I'm a terrible example of health. I haven't taken care of my health, and I said, I've only gained 2 or 3 pounds a year, but I've been your pastor 30 years. I said, I need to lose 90 pounds. Does anybody want to join me in this? I figured maybe 200 people would sign up. That day, 12,000 people signed up. By the end of the week, it was 15,000. I said, I got to get a plan. So I went out and I enlisted the best health care doctors that I knew, Dr. Mark Amen, metabolism specialist, Dr. Mark Hyman, Daniel Amen, and Mehmet Oz. And together we put together a program called the Daniel Plan. Over the next year, my church lost over 250,000 pounds. We studied those 15,000 people for the last 2 years, and we learned a lot about what does work and what doesn't work in helping large numbers of people get healthy. And this last month, we launched a book called The Daniel Plan, which the first week it came out was #1 on the New York Times, and it's currently #2. This year, for last year, our commitment had to do with Daniel Plan, locally. This year, we're making a pledge for healthcare in 3 different areas. First, nationally, we intend to launch the Daniel Plan in over 5,000 churches. And we also then plan to go into businesses, into schools, and we've actually talked with the military and actually prisons, and helping people get in shape with what we call the 5 F's of the Daniel Plan. And then locally, we continue to double our Peace Plan Center, which we intend to feed over 200,000 people this year. And continue. We're going to start mobile clinics, and we're going to start mobile pantries in Southern California, going to 8 of our locations. And then internationally, our commitment is to model this healthcare plan on a community-based level in 5 of our international churches. Saddleback is an international church on 5 continents, and we're going to start the Daniel Plan in Saddleback, Hong Kong, Saddleback, Moscow, Saddleback, Manila, Saddleback, Buenos Aires, and Saddleback, Berlin. And I'm very excited about that, and I'm excited about this panel. Thank you for staying for this.